All right, folks, strap in. Today, we're going deep on one of those matches, the kind that leaves you kind of staring at the screen like, did that just really happen? Barcelona just demolished Real Madrid.
Demolishes, right.
4-0
Yeah.
in El Clasico.
Yeah, and you really have to, to understand how crazy this is, it wasn't some, low-stakes game.
Yeah.
This was at Real Madrid's home turf, the place where they haven't lost a league match in, almost a year.
Almost a year, can you believe it? And Real looked so dominant that first half, so second half, what on earth happened? That's the mystery we're untangling today.
Well, when you dig into it, one thing that jumps out, Barcelona's whole strategy, it was built around their high defensive line and this thing called the offside trap.
Okay, now hold on. Some folks might be thinking, wait, isn't offside a bad thing?
It is. But the offside trap, it's tricky. Imagine, I wish we had a diagram here, but picture this. Barcelona pushes their defensive line, almost halfway up the field.
Bold move.
Risky, yeah, but it forces the other team, their attackers, to start their runs from way further back. So less time to react to those through balls means they're more likely to get caught offside.
And boy, did they catch Real Madrid offside. It felt like every time Mbappe made a run, boom, flag up.
And that's the thing, right? Mbappe, World Cup winner, known for his speed, his awareness. But this tactic, it got him over and over. Stuart Robson, one of the commentators, he even said, and I quote, he didn't have the intelligence or the football knowledge to see it.
Ouch. Kind of a burn. But it makes you think, why didn't Real Madrid switch things up? Barcelona's defense is way up there. Why not use that space behind them, send some midfielders on deep runs?
Exactly. And that's where it gets really interesting. You've got Federico Valverde and Real Madrid. This guy's known for his bursts of speed, his energy.
Right.
But watching the match, he made almost no runs from deep.
It's like they were thrown off their game completely. Makes you wonder, all those big squad changes Real made, bringing in superstars like Mbappe, maybe that messed with their flow, their style of play.
It's a great point, actually. A few sources are pointing to this match, not just a bad result for Real, but maybe a turning point. You look at their tactics, it was all over the place. Started 4-4-2, then 4-3-3, even tried 3 center backs for a bit.
So basically, playing tactical whack-a-mole, trying to find something that sticks.
And Luis Garcia, he was commentating, made this really smart observation about all that formation switching. He said, the plan B is not going to work because you haven't worked with that. They're reacting, not dictating.
Recipe for disaster against a team like Barcelona, especially when their young guys are stepping up like that. Pedri's passes, it was like he was born threading those needles. Then you got Gavi off the bench. Bam, immediate impact.
And you know what's wild? This might not even be Barcelona at their best. They still have key players, Dani Olmo, for example, coming back from injury.
Okay, that's a scary thought. But let's circle back to Real Madrid for a sec.
Okay.
Because it wasn't just tactics that went sideways. You could, feel the team's spirit just crumble with each Barcelona goal. Where was that famous Real Madrid resilience?
Jurgen Klinsmann, he was commentating too, he noticed that. He pointed out this lack of leadership on the field. Nobody stepping up to rally the troops after their first Barcelona goal went in.
And it's such a contrast to Barcelona, where even the young guys, so much composure under pressure, it's like they were feeding off each other's energy out there.
So now we're left with this big question. Is this a sign that something's, fundamentally off with Real Madrid, or was it just a bad night at the office?
Well, Steve McManaman, former Real Madrid player himself, he seemed pretty concerned by what he saw. He even said, looking at it from a broader perspective, they're in a bit of a mess, and they need to sort out a lot of problems, and they need to sort it out very, very soon.
And, he's got a point. Watching the game, Real's defense, it was shaky, especially that left side. And with Carvajal maybe out for the season, Courtois' return, who knows? They could be in real trouble defensively.
So McManaman's basically saying this match, it wasn't just a loss, it was like a peek behind the curtain. Bigger problems are brewing.
Right. But, not everyone's convinced this is the end for Real Madrid. Jurgen Klinsmann, he's way more optimistic. Thinks Ancelotti, the guy's a legend. Tons of experience, tactical genius. He can fix this.
Yeah, he has led them to tons of titles. But this time, it feels different, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. This Real Madrid squad, they've got some unique challenges, that's for sure. Superstar players, but they're not clicking on the field. Tactics, they can't seem to find a consistent approach. And that mental toughness, the thing that made Real Madrid, it seems to have vanished.
So, big question. What does this mean for Real Madrid going forward? And what about Barcelona? Did this match, did it shift the balance of power in La Liga?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? This loss, it could really mess with Real Madrid mentally, showed their weaknesses, made people doubt if they can still compete at the top level.
And for Barcelona, it's got to be a huge confidence boost. These young guys, they're fearless, playing with so much joy, and that high defensive line, the focus on possession, it's working.
It's amazing to watch. And, for fans, it makes the rest of the season so much more exciting. Will Real Madrid bounce back? Or will Barcelona, will they grab this chance, start a new era of domination?
Man, I don't know you, but I am glued to my seat for the rest of this season.
Hmm.
If this match proved anything, it's that in La Liga, anyone can beat anyone. No guarantees.
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating is this Barcelona team, young energy, tactical discipline, they're a force to be reckoned with. That swagger, that belief, haven't seen that in years from them.
I keep replaying that moment, 57th minute, right after Barcelona scores their third goal. You could see Real Madrid just deflate. Body language, everything changed. Nobody seemed to know what to do.
It was like they finally realized, they were outmatched, outsmarted, outplayed.
It was a changing of the guard, almost. That's why this match is so huge, I think. Not just a win for Barcelona, but a statement.
The statement that they're back, yeah, ready to take their place at the top of Spanish football again.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground here. Tactics, individual performances, what this all means for the future. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one last thing to think about. Did this match, did it expose some fatal flaw in Real Madrid's whole approach? Or was it just, Barcelona being that good that night?
It's the question, right? People are going to be debating this one for weeks. Have they, Real Madrid, have they gotten too dependent on individual stars? Forgotten about teamwork, tactical discipline?
Or was it just bad luck,
Yeah.
missed chances, and, Barcelona just playing out of their minds? I was watching the highlights again. What really hit me, Barcelona, they were in control of everything.
Yeah, it was like a masterclass, Pressing, passing, creating chances. They were relentless going after the ball, and when they had it, they moved it so precisely.
It's I don't know, they were playing chess, and Real Madrid was playing checkers.
Perfect analogy. Barcelona, they were always a step ahead, anticipating Real's moves, finding those weak spots.
And that's why this match is so fascinating, I think. It wasn't just Barcelona winning, it was them showing off their philosophy. That style of play, built on teamwork, smart decisions, never giving up.
And for Real Madrid, it's a wake-up call. Got to take a good hard look in the mirror, figure out how to adapt to this new reality, because if they don't, they'll get left behind.
This El Clasico, man. One for the history books,
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans, all the drama, amazing goals, a result nobody predicted. But even bigger than that, I think it gave us a look into the future of La Liga.
The future where Barcelona's young stars, they're ready to take over. And Real Madrid, they're facing a challenge, one unlike any they've seen in years.
So everyone, buckle up. The race for the title, it just got a whole lot more interesting. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep talking about the beautiful game